All right, welcome to episode 2 of the Iowa Hawkeyes Dynasty rebuild. If you saw the last episode, went pretty well. Nothing crazy, just kind of getting started on the series this week. Kind of an important one in a sense. It is a rivalry game, and you want to win these rivalry games. The talent here is pretty even, I would say. Definitely not like crazy. I do have some red shirts that I probably should do now. They can play 4 games and still be fine. But I don't know. I think maybe the sooner the better. We're going to go position by position, right? So we don't need all those QBs. We have this freshman running back here. We'll redshirt. Now, how many of these guys will actually be like valuable for us long term? I can't tell you. I don't know. We're just going to have to let it rock and roll. There's a 56 overall tight end. Jesus. Yeah, he's not going to be doing anything. We'll get Goffman and Ortworth redshirted. Got some of these backup linemen that won't see the field this year redshirted. And hopefully they're able to develop, right? I don't know what my team's dev traits are for our players. Probably not great, if I had to imagine, but some of them might be decent. Just some of these players probably won't get that much playing time. And there's no point in not redshirting them. Those are going to be the red shirts. Let's hop into this Iowa State game. Should be fun. The home opener as well. So a little bit of some big things going down. I love these unis, these current home unis. We could rock the alternates, which are kind of sick. I'm not going to this week, at least. We could do all blacks, but I think I'm going to keep it with the current homes for week 1 or week 2, I guess. I think that'll work out. So we'll play this rivalry game. We had not the greatest game last week, but hopefully this one's better, as we will have home field advantage. And, I mean, hey, we have a good, stadium atmosphere. Iowa's obviously a pretty big fan base, so hopefully this goes as well as I'm hoping. And we'll just kind of have to see. We're going to play the first drive on each side of the ball again, and maybe more. Maybe we'll play the whole game, actually. It's a rivalry game, after all. I feel like that's makes sense to me. And, oh my goodness, Lutmer feels fast, who I was just using. I might need to check his speed out. If he's not a starter, he might need to be. Iowa killed Iowa State last time. I just kind of hit a play. But sure, I like cover 3. It's my favorite defensive play. Oh, gonna big hit him. Now, the weird thing with Heisman is you could have infinitely better players on defense. But if you've played it, you know they don't really play like it. The offense will still be super good, even if they shouldn't be. Now, of course, Iowa State is not bad. So, not trying to diss them by saying they shouldn't be doing that good against us, but they shouldn't be doing amazing. Let's just say that much. But a big third down conversion here to open up the game for Iowa State, and they're not going to get it. We are going to keep them to a 3 and out. That's exactly what we're looking for. Watch for a fake. No one roughed the punter. Thank you. I got to change that settings. Still haven't. We're going to cut to the left. Get some room there. Punt returning is going to be a crucial part of our offense's success year 1. We don't really have the personnel to run exactly what I'm trying to run next year. So this year is going to be a little bit different than what the future of the series should be. But we'll kind of have to see. I don't really know where I'm supposed to run there. I thought my offensive lineman on the left side there would make a decision, and then I would make my decision based on him. He kind of got stuck, and I kind of didn't know what to do. So 2nd and 7. We're going to run this jet touch pass. Not going to get anything. I might have kept it on the outside too long. But yeah, that's fine. We're going to run whatever play we called off rip. Kind of looking at this out route on the... And it should have been accurate. It wasn't. Our QB, not amazing. Going to be incomplete. We're going to punt it like the real Iowa Hawkeye team that we are. And dude, our punt, like, defense is awful. No one gets to that punt returner. I'm going to blitz. I'm going to get Castro over here. And just terrible responsibilities by our linebackers to fill up their gaps. I would like to get a score on offense before we give up one on defense. Oh, he got me. I laid him out. He paid the price for it, but they do get the first. And that's the best amount of momentum they're going to get, right? Ideally. Yes, it is. I'm going to user that one with our middle linebacker. It actually might technically be an outside linebacker, but he's a coverage linebacker, right? So that's going to be good. We're going to run strong stretch, and we have great field position. Our defense did exactly what they needed to do. Gave our offense about as good as field position as you could ask for. Let's see if our offense can return the favor. Gonna just run the ball. Gonna cut it back up the inside. It works. Williams gonna pick up the first and some. I really love it when we get these two tight end formations. Both of our tight ends are our best offensive weapons, pretty much. Unfortunately, our QB just sucks, dude. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. He's terrible at throwing across the middle of the field, which every QB is. It's not even just because it's our guy, as we have a streak on the outside that just wasn't covered, and we're going to take that one all the way into the end zone. And I think we will sim. We're going to sim defense. Might never do that again. They scored 3 points immediately. Let's see, what should we do here? It is an end around, so a little bit of trickery. Maybe not the best idea on first down when you're in a good spot already. Probably was not the right call, admittedly. But it's fine. We're going to throw it to our running back out of the backfield here. On the screen, only got 3. Okay, why are we only suggesting 2 passing plays? Huh? We're going to run... I don't even know. We'll run ace tight end drag. This is kind of exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, I called the wrong play, I suppose. I don't think I did, but the game is saying I did, so never mind. Audible. We're going to run this. We're going to just check down. I know it's not wise on 3rd and 12, but I don't see anything deeper down the field. And that's going to be it. We're going to just punt. Play it safe.
Fair catch called for and taken.
And it is going to be their ball. I guess we'll sim. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Oh, okay. How do I never let that happen again? I think they are killing us now. They are up. Not as much as I thought. We'll run play action, whatever. This is fine. There we go. Now we get a good pass down the field. And that's what we're trying to get every time when we throw it across the middle. Of course, you can't quite always do that. And this one's going to be a read option. Keep it with the QB. He's going to even break a tackle, and it gets absolutely killed. We might never do that again. We're going to run this. I do like this play. It has potential. But, I mean, we just get no time. Literally no time. I tried to throw that as pretty much quickly as I could, and we got drilled. They're only blitzing 3. And a diving catch from our tight end, keeping the drive alive. Now, McNamara is a crazy name, by the way. Is getting a little beat up, probably from taking those hits. It is going to just kind of be what we make of it. I'm telling you, I really like these tight end plays. Like, anytime I can get it to my tight ends, I'm down. But Gill beats his man, and we get a perfect pass from the QB. How am I supposed to do anything more than that? I'm going to switch to play all defense. And jump in here. And hopefully allow less points than what our sim defense was.
To the air on first down.
They ran a good route. Unfortunately, they did get the catch, but it wasn't much, so it's fine. We're going to run man coverage here, which scares me. I hate running man coverage in video games. I think in real life, it can work all the time, clearly. In video games, unless your team's significantly better, you usually get cooked. That one worked out. We're going to run only 3 down linemen here and try to keep... And I usered it again, this time with Higgins, our best player on the team, and he's going to try and house call it. He does get tackled from behind, down at the 10. Yeah, I'm going to play full game now. Oh, well, same difference there. We're not going to trust the AI here. We're going to try and run this one in on our own. But I'm doing really well with my users, which is a good sign. Our linebackers, of course, are very good. At least our middle linebacker is. I know that much.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but
This could be interesting.
So don't forget about the run game.
Yep, that was a terrible pass. I thought he would have beat him on the press. It doesn't really matter. I threw it too late. I don't know how early you're supposed to throw that, but that was clearly too late. Should have been picked. We got bailed out. Oh, man, we just got drilled. Absolutely drilled. And I think, of course, as much as I don't want to, we're going to have to settle for 3. And put it right through the middle of the uprights. We're going to sim defense again. I think our defense has got it this time. It looks like I might have been drastically wrong once again. No. They held up their end of the bargain. Good stuff.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this.
I do see triangle right here, and that's where we're going to go with it. Just check down. Probably should have got out of bounds, huh? You can't be wise when you're an idiot. And I played like an idiot there. That's okay. I'm really glad the scoreboard just disappears consistently. Oh my god, he was so open. He was so open. I'm going to replay it really quickly. I saw a guy. I tried to buy as much time as possible. Dude, can I figure out how to play full game without messing this up? Thank you. This dude over here is running like, or no, it's 5, I guess. Nice. 5 is running like a stop and go up the middle. And as you can see, he stops and then he starts to go. I mean, he has the whole field here. The guy's on his back feet in the middle. That's a touchdown if I can get that ball out accurately. Unfortunately, what happened here? They blitzed 3 and our left tackle couldn't block him. So that's cool. I tried to scramble, not even scramble. I just tried to get to the left. I saw him shed inside. I tried to get here. I tried throwing it right there. We just get drilled and it ends up being an interception. So that was pretty much worst case scenario on what should have been a touchdown. I mean, when your offense is blocking 5, their defense is rushing 3, and they get a sack quick enough that it prevents you from getting that touchdown, that's just brutal. There's nothing more I can really do except rely on my offensive line next time to do better. What is 30 doing? He was right there. That should have been a pick. Yeah, I don't know. That was rough. I'm going to lose my mind if this glitch doesn't get fixed. We're going to lay out that dude, though. Dude, I can't hit R2 without it happening. But I need to look at where I am and what my responsibilities as a player are. What a pass. That was crazy. All right, here we go. I don't know if they'll run it. They do have a timeout, so they definitely can. I just don't know if the game will sense that. They will catch that, which probably hurts them. They might have got like half a yard, maybe a full yard there. The downside for them is now they've used their timeout. So if they run it and don't get it, they're kind of screwed. And I drilled him, and he still caught it. So we're going to play all offense and skip the rest of that and start the second half. Unbelievable that they're going to tie the game up like that. They're going to run single high safety. I'm not going to switch the play. We're going to run it as it was intended. And I really, really needed 85 to block him there. He did not. We paid the price. I mean, we still got 8. But am I tripping? Why is it... That was the first play of the drive, was it not? Why is it 3rd and 2? Am I tripping? Williams feels fast there, I'll tell you that much. We're going to run it right up the middle.
The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're getting this
Oh
guy
my goodness.
riled up.
What is happening? I don't know. We're going to pick up 5. Take what you can get, I suppose. We're just going to run these coach suggestions. Hopefully he's got us. Yeah, I mean, number 4 is just running too far to the outside there. He has a guy to pick up there, and he just didn't. We're going to have to cut it up the middle, otherwise we were just trying to beat someone to the outside. And they did tune pursuit angles, so I don't think we could have had that. Great tackling by 17 there. He almost... he might have saved the touchdown. I don't know. But we get the first nonetheless. We're going to cut it up the middle with 17. Our running backs feel really fast right now. I don't know what's going on. It feels like the game speed is faster.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive.
We're just going to keep running it. Run to the outside here on an inside zone, because of course that's exactly what you're supposed to do. And we'll pick up the first down. Maybe shouldn't pass it with the success we're having right now, but we are going to. I'm trying to figure out who to pass it to in those situations. Not finding the right guy, unfortunately, that time. If there's no single high safety, we're probably going to throw it to circle. I mean, I'm trying, dude. I am trying so hard just to get enough time, and this route takes forever to develop. They're going to blitz 4 this time, and it's our left tackle again. He just lets go of the block. Gets beat on the inside. I'm going to keep running it. Either they're going to get cooked one of these times, or I'm going to end up 4th and 50. There is a single high safety this time. But we're going to throw it anyways. And oh my goodness, he caught that. Okay, we'll take it. Defense holds up strong, we'll sim offense. Defense holds up strong, we'll sim offense. All right. All right, we got a touchdown, I think. Oh, we got points, I believe, at the bare minimum. Oh, we're winning big time now, 31-17. That's pretty good. Of course, just going to try and chew this clock out. Keep it on the ground. Let's see, how much are we winning by? 2 touchdowns on the dot. A 14-point lead. Obviously, getting a touchdown makes it a 3-possession game, whereas now it's 2. What I don't like to see is the fact that every time I sim, or every time I audible and stuff, I can't see the clock. And I would like to run down the clock, so get it to our running back out of the check down, and I think he gets it. He does. First down, Iowa. We'll run an RPO read here, I guess. See how this goes. I'm going to just run it. Looked good to me. Looks like I made the right call, as Williams going to rush that into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa Hawkeyes. And let's see if Iowa State can retaliate. Doesn't look like they do. They do kind of there, but it's too late. We're going to win the rivalry game. The corn game. As I do love corn. Corn is like my favorite vegetable, even though it's not really healthy for you. 49 series wins for Iowa. That is a lot. Player of the game. Jacob Gill, dude, had only 100 yards, but 3 touchdowns on 4 catches, burned them twice, and had a double contested catch where he came down with it. That dude might be a stud for us, and we didn't even know it. Gill, definitely on our watch list of players that might be an impact player long-term for us. We will level up. We'll get some more coach points, which is nice. I do want to see, right, where is Gill's ratings, and what year is he in? Is he a senior? Unfortunately, he is. He's not even our fastest guy. Brown is. Brown should, in theory, easily be the best wide receiver on this team. But Gill came down with that contested catch and had him cooked twice. So that is my guy. We'll send him to next week, see what's going on. I think this week we play... I don't remember what team I made it. We are to the top 5 schools of... Oh, we took over on Lamb. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We're actually the 25th ranked team now, so we're a ranked team. Pretty dope. Yeah, Lamb we are now leading on, and Freeland we're leading on, which we were already, but now we have a fairly big boost there. This is a bye week, so we'll do the recruiting. National rank. Hendricks, we're just steady, keeping the gas pedal pushed. Cobb, I mean, dude, I think we have a shot at this guy. Here's the issue, right? We'd have to get the visit in before Michigan, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get kind of bold here. We're gonna make an all-out push for this dude. We're gonna go to our upgrade coach skills. Go to recruiting. I mean, I'm doing this specifically for this lineman, but it is what it is. We're gonna get better. We're gonna be able to scout him more, or give him more hours rather. We're gonna give him more hours, and we're gonna get a boost for our actions. We're gonna really, really try and get this tackle, dude. He's kind of gonna be the best player in the class, I think. I mean, he's going to be up there, right? And now we can add 65 points to him and really try and just get close to Michigan. If we can get the visit before them, there's a good chance we can have this. We're equally gaining about the same, I think, every week. They might be a little bit more. But other than that, I think it's going well. Let's see. John Brewer here, the 5-star. We put 50 in, and that was a huge boost. We are now the 4th ranked team, and it's not even, like, close. He really liked what we just sent the house for him with. This free safety we're gaining on. I think this corner is kind of a lost cause, despite the fact that I really want him. Like, he looks really good. Do I send the house? I probably should have done it sooner. But I'm going to do it now. I'm going to make a push for him. The backup QB, I don't know if we need as badly now. We're going to remove this down to just DMing him. We're going to leave that. This safety looks pretty good. Hopefully we can get him. This free safety. Kind of need to decide if we want him or not. And I think the best way to do that is to scout him. See what we like and don't like. He does have good speed and he has 80 zone. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to just ignore that. We'll put 25 on him, see if that helps. Byler, putting the house on him really worked. This wide receiver, we're slowly gaining. This guy did get an offer. I'm going to keep scouting him. He is a power rusher. He has 81 speed. 80 power moves is pretty good. How much did he... We only got 1 point for the scholarship offer. I think I'm going to leave it where it is. This right end might be good, might not. We just don't know. His slot corner... I don't know how I feel. He looks good. I think we just have to spend a lot more points than I want to get him. This elusive back, we want, but we're not like in love with necessarily. We have 2 running backs we're already trying to get. This run stopper, how fast is he? 84 speed. He is a gem. I think that's pretty clearly going to be worth it to try and get to our school. This middle linebacker. I think we can get. I think we can get him. I think it's going to be about putting everything we have into him, though. We're going to do that. This wide receiver is a 6-foot route runner who's good, but I don't know if he's good enough to keep recruiting. Maybe put 5 more into Stewart over here. Yeah, we'll add searching him up on social media. Is anyone ready to visit that I just haven't seen yet? Oh, Tam is? That's kind of big. Tam and Freeland. I think Tam is probably worth it. Now, what's the earliest we could do? Week 5, and it is a tough game, though. I mean, week 5 and 7 are tough games. Wisconsin would be great. That's just too far down the line for me comfortably to pick that. This is actually really rough. I don't want to have to play him at Tennessee. I'd pick Tennessee. That seems like it might have been a mistake right about now. But we are going to schedule this visit. Oh, he disappeared. I was so confused. Now this guy, if we put 40 on and do maybe this, I think this could work really well. They made B pluses yellow? Interesting. Interesting. B pluses are now only yellow. I didn't think that was going to be a thing. Where's our QB now? Yeah, we want to add back. Like, would this work? Oh, he really does not live close. Like, we could do something like this. Insert social media. Hopefully that keeps him going. We'll sim to next week. Cobb, we're first on, and wait a minute. Hold on. This is the dude that we just started recruiting, and we're first now? Oh my goodness, we might be set at middle linebacker. Now this is a rivalry game against Minnesota. I would have loved to have some scouts or some recruits be able to visit this week. Let's see who's ready for a visit off the rip. Cobb is. And we actually took the lead over Michigan with the boosts. We're gonna have to win against Tennessee. That is just way too big of a game for us. And now Nebraska's making a push on Freeland. We're gonna have to schedule him for Tennessee. This dude probably should schedule a visit. Yeah, we definitely got back in the race on this guy. Are we gonna make everyone week 5? This feels really risky. I'm not gonna do this one yet. I'm not gonna do Carlisle. I will do Tennessee for this guy as well, because it should boost the running back and everyone else up a little bit more. I'm going to do championship contender, even though it's only B. I think that's good for us. Now, the running back I really, really want, like, no doubt. Is there one with, like, we did Prestige, so remember that. See, this is what I did. Is there one where it still works out? So this is probably what he actually likes. He probably likes Student of the Game. I think that's actually guaranteed to be what he likes. So we'll do that one instead. Should work. Now Tam, we have scheduled. He didn't like that we took some things off of him, but I think we kind of had to. I will go back to hard selling him. Prove yourself, and then... Oh, no. I'm going to change this to contact family and friends. And he should be ours, almost guaranteed. Is there anyone else? I mean, Hendricks, we're making a push for. Cobb, we've taken the lead on, of course. Scheduled him. Brewer, someone we really want. Now we're making a good push for. Is there anyone that we want to spend these 20 points on to, like, try and guarantee that we can get? This guy we just looked at, right? And he looked really good. 92 speed, 80 zone. I'm going to add 10 to him. Oh, God. We'll add 10 to this guy. I think that's good. Hasty, we're gaining on. Are we losing out on any of these guys that we're putting points on heavily? Freeland was kind of the rough one. All right, but that's all of our points. That's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Pretty straightforward. We won a rivalry game, got some good recruiting done. Next week, another rivalry game. So Minnesota should be fun. Should be a good game. We'll see how it goes. Tune into the next one. Adios.